Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Look, I haven't put a video out for a little bit. I've just been really busy doing marathon training. You know, it's what I do. But no, been busy with work, been busy with training. So basically, I just wanted to put a quick video out of, you know, some things I wish I knew when I started running. So if there's anyone out there who is thinking about running, has just started running, or you've been running for a little bit and you just sort of troll YouTube and you want to know what I have to say, here it is. The first thing is to basically be patient, for starters. With most things in life, nothing happens overnight. And you may not see results straight away. Well, you definitely won't see results straight away. So if you're training for a marathon, you could be training 5-6 days a week. Some people train 7 days a week. I'm a big believer in you need a rest day. But also be consistent. So, you know, don't smash yourself to the point where, you know, you can't get up and run the next day. You want to be able to run consistently, and you got to be patient for the results as well. Generally, the results probably won't actually appear until sort of you do one training session, go, oh geez, that was easy. Why was that one so easy and the other one was so hard? Oh well, maybe you're getting that adaptation for your fitness, like, you know, sort of you're getting used to it. But generally, you're always aiming for that one goal, that race day, which is the reward. So you don't, a lot of the time, you may not actually really be cluing on to the progress you've made until it's race day, until you may actually achieve that goal of yours. So you do have to be consistent. You do have to get up almost every day, whether it's morning, noon, night, whatever your running plan is. And so you got to grind. It is a grind. It's like going to work every day. You know, how many days of a week do you wake up and go, oh, I don't want to go to work? I had one of those mornings this morning. I was so tired. I just want to stay in bed. But you do it. If you took extended periods of time off, you know, sort of your paycheck starts to suffer, similar to your training. So, you know, I'm a big believer that just, you know, having one bad session doesn't make you a bad runner, and having one good session doesn't make you a phenomenal runner. It doesn't mean you're race ready. So that's the thing, is you take the good with the bad there, but basically it is all about that consistency. It is about that grind almost every day. It is hard work, but it also teaches you discipline, and you get really fit in the process. You do things that a lot of other people just think that they couldn't do. But once you sort of start going, start building momentum, start seeing those results, things do get a little bit easier. It's just that starting is a little bit trickier. So when you're starting out, don't cook yourself. Don't cook yourself at all. Just take it easy and put yourself in a position where, you know, you reckon you can get up and do this again tomorrow. Next thing I wish I knew when I started running, and, you know, it takes a little bit of work, is to slow your runs down. So regardless of whatever pace you're running, whether you're running a 4-minute, 5-minute, 6-minute pace, whatever, what you got to make sure is that you're not really taxing yourself on every single run, especially if you just started running, because you're not going to enjoy it. It's not going to be fun. You're not going to want to run. You're going to go, geez, this stuff is hard. So basically, when I used to go for a run, I'd leave home, I'd do a circuit around home, and I'd run for, I think the pace was 4 minutes 15 per kilometre. So you know, my slow runs are like 5 minutes or 4:45s per kilometre. So I'm still running 30 seconds slower than I would when I started running. But, you know, that was smashing me every single time. But what you got to understand is that there's a general rule getting around out there that 80% of your running should be slow, 20% should be hard. And that is actually a really good rule to follow. If you've just started running though, maybe forget the hard stuff for a little bit. Just focus on maybe some strengthening, focus on your slow stuff, focus on just enjoying getting out there, or even getting used to being on your legs for such an extended period of time. You don't need to smash yourself. And then when it comes time, you know, if you're looking to, you know, basically run a particular race, if you want a better park run time, if you just want to run a real hard 1K and get your best possible time, and then that's when you can factor in your hard workouts and you can tailor them to whatever your goal is. So this one is a bit of a tricky one, because it depends on your goals. Are you trying to lose weight? Do you just want to perform? What are you trying to do? But regardless, if you're going to start training to be a runner, or you just want to run just for the fun of it or whatever, what you've got to understand is you do have to fuel for the work required. So basically, if you're going to be running, you know, a long run on a Sunday, those calories burnt, unless you're trying to lose weight, they need to be replaced. Why do they need to be replaced? Because calories are essentially energy, and if you're low on energy, so you're not intaking enough calories, you can run yourself into injuries. Now, probably the more serious ones are, and they coin a phrase called low energy availability. It used to be known as Red S because it used to be linked to female athletes. They found a reduced number of calories led to more incidences of bone stress injuries, so your things like your shin splints and whatnot. So if you've just started running too, it might actually be quite easy for you to ignore that and not realize that you need to eat a little bit more just because you started. But as you start building it up and you start putting in that consistent work, you do need to replace the calories. Now, I'm not saying go out and start calorie counting, because I tried that for a while. To be honest, it took up a lot of time, stressed me out quite a bit. So there is a little bit of give and take. Some days I might eat more calories than I need to, some days I miss some. And then on top of that, I like to eat quite cleanly as well, so a lot of clean foods don't contain a lot of calories, so I might not be getting those real energy dense foods. And to be honest, energy dense foods as well can be quite expensive. Like you take avocados as well. I can't afford to eat avocados all day every day as much as I would like to. So basically I might get my macronutrients in, I might get my protein in, those are pretty straightforward. But then at the same time, I might throw a donut in the mix, sort of if I go, a few hundred calories short for the day. Not, like I said, not following it to a T, because I also don't think that's healthy. But then I might sneak something a little bit sugary in, just to bump up those calories a little bit. And to be honest, the last 6 months I've been doing that, as much as I hate to admit it, I've been drinking some energy drinks, full sugar ones, just to replace those carbohydrates. And bump up those calories. And since I've been doing that, I've been actually finding I'm recovering better. Because as well, if I was eating, say, something like fibrous foods, I used to eat a lot of beans. If I was eating fibrous foods all the time, there's a point where your body just doesn't want to process any more fiber. So I feel like it is a handy thing to be able to go, all right, to bump up those calories, I'm just going to have a little bit of a cheat meal. And look, if you're running enough, you're burning enough calories, to be honest, you're allowed to. So be a little bit easier on yourself, but understand if you do like eating, it could actually be a free ticket so you can eat a little bit more. But obviously, sort of if you're struggling with that, or you don't know how to do it, go see a sports dietitian or something like that, because I'm not a dietitian, these are just the things I've learned. The next thing is to basically find what motivates you. What are you running for? Are you running to lose weight? Do you want to perform? Do you feel like you want to feel like you're achieving something? Or have you never run a marathon before and you go, yeah, could be that hard, I'll give it a crack. I'll give you a little bit of a hint, it's not easy. But kudos to anyone that tries to go out there and have a crack with no training. I know how hard a marathon is at the moment, and basically if you can do it with no training, bravo, well done. But yeah, so basically find what motivates you. It might even be you just want to make some friends, you want that social aspect, you want to be around good people, because to be honest, in terms of my social groups, sort of some of the nicest people I've ever met are runners, and you can go train with them in the morning, you can do a park run with them in the morning, and then you can head to breakfast afterwards. So another thing I would recommend, and anyone watching my videos or who knows me probably thinks I bang on about this a lot, and I do because it is probably the main thing that I wish I'd learned, probably one of the biggest contributing factor to staying injury free these last couple of years. And so basically that is a good strengthening conditioning program. And the reason is because basically when I started running, sort of I'd go for a run, I'd feel a bit sore, a bit tender, whatever it was, I'd jump on Google, I'd sit there, I'd go do. Basically I'd and stretching and foam rolling seemed to always have been the answer. You need to do this, you need to do that. So I'd spend 20 minutes, half hour every night on the floor foam rolling, stretching, and I would just never feel any better. So also on my channel, I've got a strengthening and conditioning routine, and basically through 2020, midway through 2019 actually, and then into 2020, and then still this year, at least one day a week, every day in the gym, doing some weighted exercises with some real weights, trying to load my legs, because I never came from another sport. In primary school I played football, and then I also played field hockey, but I didn't do anything else. Like I wasn't fit in by any means. So basically, my legs weren't used to all the impact. My ankles weren't used to it all. So getting a good strengthening and conditioning routine and actually ditching the stretching and the foam rolling, like I almost say like the last 2 years, I've picked up the foam roller for no more than an hour, and I've stretched under half an hour, and I've never felt better, because, you know, if your muscles and your ligaments and your tendons and that, they're getting overloaded because they're weak, well, stretching it'll release some tension, but it's not gonna make them any stronger. So basically getting into the gym, getting a good program going, that has absolutely changed my running. So I personally need to go to a gym because once I walk in those doors, I'm accountable, a bit more motivated, and then so I see everyone else doing their thing. I've got to do my thing, get in, get out, whatever. If I have home exercises to do, I'm a little bit more reluctant to do them. There's all the distractions here at home. So, you know, if you can do them at home, if you can get enough weights, you can do sort of body weight exercises by all means, with single legs and things like that, kettlebells. So if you can find the motivation to do it at home, absolutely. Maybe incorporate that into your training once a week. It's been one of the biggest impacts for me. And so yeah, that's what I would say is you use your time foam rolling and stretching. Take that, throw it out the window, put it into strengthening, and just see how you go for a little bit. I think you'll find the results are quite surprising. It depends, like you may just want to improve your 5k time, you may not like the social aspect of it all, so you may want to smash a 5k time, 10k time, maybe you just want to win a gold somewhere, you know. So just find whatever motivates you, and even if it is, say, something like weight loss as well, you know, you do have to keep grinding, but once you start seeing some results, that's going to be a little bit easier to sort of motivate you. So it'd be a little bit tough going at first, but yeah, once you start seeing some results, it is a little bit easier, but that first bit of figuring out why you're doing it, and to be honest, I still have some runs today. Like last Sunday, I did a 32k long run, 18k of it, like one block of it was really fast, and just running it going, I don't know why I do this. I really don't. I finished it, felt amazing, it was great. Got to spend the entire day on the couch just eating food, smashed a pizza, watched the fighting on the TV, like just free ticket just to relax, because I've done the work. But yeah, you know, there are some days where you sit out there and go, why do I do it? But yeah, you got to find your motivation. I know mine is I like to perform, I like to achieve, and I like to do things that are difficult, you know, sort of I like to think that builds some discipline for me. And makes everything else in my life a little bit easier. So, but that's just me, you find yours.